What's going on, guys? The Hyundai A-League season is finally here. We're kicking things off with the Phoenix, taking on the Jets away from home. And we're just basically looking to carry on our pre-season form. Obviously, the Champions Trophy winners in the pre-season knockout tournament, whatever you want to call it. So hopefully we can do that here. Jets, a team we haven't come up against. And a little bit of, I guess, a surprise package in the real Hyundai A-League this season. Have struggled, I was going to say immensely, hugely, just really running out of adjectives. But they really have been one of those teams that has struggled over the past 2 to 3 seasons. Looking good this year, obviously a new manager, some new players, and things are looking very good. The same, however, cannot be said for the Phoenix. Played their third game on the weekend against Sydney FC, and it was their third loss. They are now the only team yet to gain a point, I believe, this season. They're also the only team to not have scored a goal as of yet. So they'll be looking to turn that round in round 4. But enough about that. Let's talk about our Phoenix and how they are going. So, as I said, preseason was so good. We've gone basically with an unchanged lineup from that there. McGlinchey is now back fit, but does have to settle for a spot on the bench. I'm really impressed. I was going to say, with this man here now, who is getting back and defending, I believe it is Anthony Parkhouse, and he has been playing very, very well. Not only in the virtual pitch, but he's been playing very well on the actual pitch as well. So hopefully he can carry on here. He's kept McGlinchey out of that left wing spot. He is an out-and-out left winger, so hopefully he will. He will be successful for us this season, hopefully. 61 overall, so still a lot of improvement that can be done. He's by he's by far not the finished product, but he has definitely done his bit so far. So hopefully he can continue that on. In regards to a little bit of transfer news as well, there are a few players that have been scouted, shortlisted, I guess you would say, to potentially make a move to the Phoenix in the transfer window. So I'm not sure if the transfer window actually is still open. I do have a few free agents that I am looking at into a bit more depth now and a bit more detail, and also some guys on loan that I'm looking to bring in, namely in the centre-back position, because as we touched on in pre-season in one of our first episodes, that probably is the area of weakness for us. Between that and I guess the fullbacks, but with Parkhouse being so versatile, he can play there as well. So it's such Parkhouse, I just can't stop singing his praises. Such a good player, such a young player, and does have a very big future at this club. So we're looking to get him involved in any way possible. But there are a few centre backs that are looking to join. Durante and Rossi, our starters, obviously aren't getting any younger. They are, and I believe both of them into their 30s. And then we do have young Dylan Fox on the bench, but not really probably a first-team player as of yet. So we will be looking to go and strengthen in that area in the transfer window. If we are still in the transfer window, I'm not 100% sure if we are or not, but be looking to strengthen there anyway. And as I said, the fullbacks. The midfield, I think, is good. Obviously, there is a lot of depth there. Up front, a little bit of a concern with just Krishna playing striker, but we do have McGlinchey who can slot into that centre-forward role. We do also have Finkler that we could play as a centre-forward too. So, and even Bolavasia as well. So there are plenty of options up there. On the wing, again, a lot of good young talent on the bench that will be training up, possibly sending out on loan. It is quite hard when you are playing as an A-League club, though, in career mode in FIFA, because there aren't many clubs that will go and take, your young players, your youth players. They may possibly get a chance to head over to England, playing like their 4th division. I think that's like EFL 4 now. They'll have an opportunity to potentially play there. But apart from that, they don't really go to other A-League clubs because, as I said, they aren't starters, they aren't regulars. We just can't seem to get a shot on target here. The Jets have been very good defensively, but we've been good on offense. Basically, it has been pegged down in Newcastle's half for majority of this first half, and we will obviously take that in to the halftime break. But apart from that, still really looking forward to what this season and what this career mode does have in store for us. I don't know, this year career mode just seems to be different, and it just seems like it is going to be a whole lot more fun. So really looking forward to it. I do have a fair bit of a transfer kitty as well. We've got about 3 million, which I know doesn't sound like much with some of the moves, obviously, that go on in world football these days. But, for 3 million and the wage that we have, we could potentially pick up a couple of very good role players for this club, a couple of, potential subs. And I was going to say, not that way. Newcastle have not even been in this game in the first half. They get a shot right on half-time that they haven't managed to go and get there. But as you can see, pretty even. And I thought it would have been a lot better for us in this half. But 47% possession, 3 shots, just the 1 on target. We're looking to get those front 3 of Krishna, Parkhouse and Barbarosis involved in the game very early on. And Kantorowski coming on as well. So a half-time sub for the Jets. As I have mentioned before, I don't really make subs in career mode. I just don't really see the point of it, especially when we're only playing like 8-minute games. It's just to keep things going and keep things flowing, and that normally is what happens. We do, however, need to be careful here because the Jets, I mean, they've come out at half-time. It is hard to say they're looking dangerous because we have only played a couple of minutes, but a very good opportunity for them there. Couldn't quite capitalise on it, but it's all right. We'll just keep going. And as I said, just try and get something going. We haven't looked great going forward in this game. You know, the majority of the game has been bogged down in Newcastle's half with us having possession, but we just haven't been able to do anything with it in that final third. We're just lacking that that killer pass or that killer instinct. So really going to need the likes of Finkler and Bolivacia to step up in the second half to get us going, because we don't want to start the season with a 0-0 draw. That would be, I mean, it wouldn't be the worst result in the world. You could lose the first game, but you know, you want to start the season off with a win, especially with how we went pre-season. We will be wanting to carry that on. And here's Tommy Doyle making a big run as a left fullback. And Alex Rodriguez hits that one wide. Bit unfortunate that there wasn't someone like Krishna or even Barbarosis up there, someone with a little bit more pace. But speaking of Barbarosis, on the ball now, gets a lucky bounce and goes off the post. So we are looking a bit more dangerous here, fellas. We are looking like the goal potentially is coming as the Jets are starting to look just a little bit shaky at the back. And we just need to, as I said, be patient and try and work something around, because we have had 3 shots in the space of about 5 in-game minutes. All of them missing, one hitting the post. But trying to play it out from the back here, the Jets, which is, you know, it is nice. It's nice to not see the AI just going and pumping it downfield, much like I do all the time. I never play it out from the back. Too risky. The amount of goals that I've conceded online by just trying to pass it out, it makes you not want to do it anymore. So we do, I mean, I don't want to say that we have to be careful, because we have been very good defensively. We obviously had a bit of a lapse right before half-time where we let the Jets through. But apart from that, we have been very good at the defensive end. And we have had 70 minutes. So this second half has absolutely gone and flown away. We're going to see another substitution from the Jets. We're going to stick with the tried and true 11 that we obviously took into the game. And that is a poor, poor piece of play. And it could, I was going to say could come back to haunt the Phoenix, but that is a poor, poor shot by the Jets. And Barbarosis, as we can see, 2 shots, none on target. Did hit the post earlier on in the second half, but we needed something a little bit more substantial from the Kiwi winger. So this could be it. This could be that, I was going to say there's something substantial that we need, but it is quite hard, I must say, in this FIFA. Because I haven't really, you know, obviously when it first came out, I did talk about it, talked about what I liked, what I didn't like, etc. It does seem to be, you know, like you go back to FIFA 16 and you really could just run around players with speed, whereas you can't do that in this FIFA. There is, I want to say, a lot more, probably congestion is the word I'm looking for inside the final third, which isn't a bad thing. But, you know, there are a lot of blocks, and it does make it difficult at times, you know, even just to get a shot away or something like that. But as we can see, the Jets have gone very defensive in this last 10 minutes. They are looking to probably hold out for a draw, which is strange, because they are the ones who are actually playing at home, and Krishna can't just quite get that one in. We're inside the last 10 minutes, and you'd have to say this game probably going to be heading for a 0-0 draw. Not the way that either team would want to start the season, but, you know, heading to Newcastle, taking a point, it could be worse. As I said, we could have lost, we could have gone down 1-0. Still could go down 1-0, to be honest. But we do just need to go, and I think, you know, just be careful not to concede that late goal and potentially try and get something just on the counter-attack. But as we can see, the Jets are playing very, very deep very defensively in this second half to date so far, and it is making it very difficult for us to try and break through. But we may have a chance here in the dying stages as we play it out wide to Costa, but just doesn't have that speed. He is so much quicker than that. In real life, that has been tackled, and you have to say that that is going to be the game. So a bit of a disappointment for the Phoenix in their first game of the season. There it is confirmed, the 0-0 draw, which, you know, I don't think we played that badly. I don't think we really deserved to win. We did make a couple of chances, you know, in the middle of the second half. Hit the post, obviously, and had those 3 really good chances, you know, in the middle of the second, which we couldn't quite put away. But we will be looking to do that. We will take a point on the road against the Jets and move on to bigger and better things next game. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap things up here. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Make sure you check out my Facebook and Twitter links. That can be found down below in the description. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Tune in tomorrow. We may potentially have the Cliffies Champions League Awards night. Not too sure where we are in regards to that, to dishing out the awards to all the players and working out all the stats, etc, etc. If not, make sure you tune in on Monday. We are going to have some more FIFA 17 The Journey. Carrying on with that, make sure you do not miss that.